There are people out there right now who are starting businesses.
Absolutely.
We know exactly what that feels like.
You're right in front of them, so it's like having a billboard that you're actually putting right in front of somebody's face.
When you're considering adding corporate apparel to your brand, these are some things that you should consider.
A lot of website companies, they build it and then they have the ownership of it and then you don't. You want to own your website.
Welcome to the Marketing Compass Podcast, your guide through the ever-changing world of marketing and advertising. I'm really excited today for our podcast. I'm here with, again, two of our newer team members, Jacqueline Kraft and Maddi Mester. And we're going to learn about them a little bit more today, talk about their history and how it's really cool how it intertwines with our past at Blue River and our families here. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about their design styles. They're both graphic designers for our team. And really blessed to have them with us, and excited to learn more about them today. So I'll start with Jackie, clear down the end. We'll kind of work our way this way. Just ask you some fun questions. Tell us about you. Tell us about your family, where you went to school, and what brings you to Blue River now.
Okay, yeah, I'm originally from the area. I went to 𝐼𝐞𝐞 High School. I graduated. And I went to Ball State. And my husband actually also graduated from 𝐼𝐞𝐞, and then he went to Ball State. So we got married after 1 year of college, and we're back in Warsaw, which is great. And then while I was at Ball State, my dad was part of the 𝐤𝐞𝐞 Career Academy, and they were just starting up. And they had a logo, and they're like, hey, we don't really like this. Can you put any creativity, just spice it up? And I was like, okay. So I designed a logo for the 𝐤𝐞𝐞 Career Academy, which is how I met Blue River.
Yes, yeah.
And then from there, I started an internship that I did and continued while I was at Ball State, working remote for Blue River. And then once I graduated and was back in the area, they reached out and were like, we have someone leaving. Are you interested?
Yes.
And from there, it's just been great.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it so much.
Great. We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Maddi, how about you?
I live in and grew up in the Mishawaka area, which is about an hour away from here.
Yes.
So my commute is a little bit extra. But my mom went to high school with Wes's wife, Amy.
Yeah.
They were best friends.
Cool.
She visited Amy when she was in college at Pensacola. And then they sort of, they lost touch a little bit as
started their own families. And
I mean that they lived a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour away from us. And so we didn't see them all that often. But just this last winter, a year ago, Amy, I think out of the blue, sent a letter to my mom and reconnected with her and mentioned that there was a job opening, and my mom mentioned that I had just graduated last December from Indiana Wesleyan, and I applied, and I'm loving it so far.
Great.
Back in March.
Great. Yeah, those connections are not accidental.
No.
The Lord literally set those paths and play, and that's awesome. We love that you're both here. So you grew up with the Sigler kids.
Kind of, yeah. I knew.
You visited
a little bit.
Hung out a little bit when they were younger. So I hear that there's a picture of baby Drew.
Oh, yeah.
And some of you might not know Drew yet. Drew also recently graduated Grace College and has joined our team full-time in the digital marketing department. And do you have a picture you can show us?
Yeah, I found this in my basement when I was looking for something for my mom for Christmas. And
we see you too.
Oh, jeez.
Which one did you show?
All right, that needs to get...
Edit that
one.
There we go. Awesome. Let me see that one.
Not the first one.
What was the first one?
It was me.
Was it baby Maddi?
No.
Oh, does it order Maddi? Awesome. Look at it. Oh, there it is. That's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
That was fun to find a picture of my now boss in my basement.
Yes.
Just among all the other family photos.
What year do you think that would have been?
Well, it was his first birthday. That's what it was marked as.
His first birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know when that would have been.
Probably been like 2003. Does that make sense? 2004?
Probably.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
How cool
Wild.
is that? That's awesome. Yes. Anytime we can embarrass Drew,
Oh, yeah.
it's fun. It's fun. We like teasing each other here, having a good time about it. So, Jackie, back to you.
Okay.
So I remember that 𝐤𝐞𝐞 Career Academy project. That project was a blessing to our team. That was something that I remember very vividly. I mean, I probably spent a total of 4 months probably there, like all day for 4 months at the Career Academy, working through all of the different components of that project. The significance of that project, I don't believe our community actually understands. And your dad was very instrumental with that whole piece. Because today, the after effects of all this is what it's doing for the kids in our community with a top-notch career academy local. There isn't anything else like it in the state, maybe even regionally. The type of equipment that is there. If you guys think about it, and you can check them out online, but the scope of that extends much further than that, because the work that it provided for all of these local businesses to basically take a middle school that wasn't being used anymore. I think the corporate offices might have been there at the time, or moving in there, maybe using remote a little bit. But really, there was basically a building that, just due to where we live and population and things like that area, they decided to consolidate and move the middle school into the high school, leaving that building open. And through some wonderful, generous grants from, I think, 80/20 Foundation was the biggest. We've also been blessed to be able to work with them in the past. But what that did, that was in 2020 when we started working with this, and we all know what happened in the year 2020. But that project kept our team working through that. A lot of us were remote, but some of us were able to work. Once things kind of settled down a little bit, we were on site and completing it before August, before the school year started up. So it was a mad dash to the school year. We didn't lay anyone off. Everyone was able to work through all of that. And it pushed our team, and we grew and learned how to adapt and build new things. And the Career Academy came from that. And so I'm not sure if everyone knows that story, probably not, but the impact that Career Academy had on local economy and how it impacted all these families. We talk about the Blue River family all the time, because most of our team, probably 80% of our team, only has one working spouse in the family at Blue River. So Blue River supports the families. The work that we do at Blue River supports the families of Blue River. So it's really cool to see. But that 𝐤𝐞𝐞 Career Academy project was significant in our past, and got us through a really hard time. So it was cool that Jackie started from all that, from that logo. I remember that's probably the best sign that we've ever made. It was definitely the most complicated sign we ever made. The big one is 12 foot around. It was about 600 pounds that we lifted and hung on a wall. And it wasn't just any wall. It was a curved wall right inside the foyer. So 12-foot circle-ish, right? The design, you have to look it up. It's worth it. In fact, we'll probably do a marketing project spotlight with this episode for that project, because definitely worth it. But that sign, we had to, you have the ear of corn in there to represent the Career Academy path of agriculture, how important it is in our community. You have that ear of corn. Every ear, every kernel in that corn was hand sanded and hand painted. So that way we were able to get the contour right, the shading right on there. And it was a full team undertaking, but it was fun. And it was nerve-wracking hanging it, I tell you what, it was a challenge hanging that thing up there. We were about 15, 16, I think it was 16 feet off the ground where we hung it on this curved wall, a flat sign on a curved wall. So the cleat had to be custom made and everything. So everything was custom on that one. Yeah. But it was fun. But it was really cool that I called you and, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but would love to have you join the team. And it was just the right time.
Yeah.
And loved it. So you both have artistic backgrounds and hobbies outside of work. Jackie, tell me about what do you like to do for art as a hobby?
I'm really into metalsmithing. So I got a minor in that while I was at Ball State, but it's something I'm super passionate about, and I love it so much. It's been a little sad, like, moving back from Ball State, because now I need to, like, set up my own torch and, like, get all of the equipment set up. So it's been a little bit of a wait on that, but
yeah,
it's something I really enjoy. Like, there's something I think that's special about wearing art, and, like, it's a different type of interaction than just, like, creating a printed piece. I think it's unique to metalsmithing.
Yes.
So.
Awesome. Cool. And you've had things on display. You have you've had things shown up in, like, galleries and things like that. Do you still have the gallery? That's something you guys do?
Oh, and Pearson? No, it is the Taproot now.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have had shows, like, there was a jurred student art show at Ball State that I had work in.
Okay.
And then from there, I actually won an award at that show, and I was able to, like, give a speech to these group of women and, like, talk about my art to them, and they were all so excited.
Sweet.
So that was, like, a super special, like, moment. It was, like, getting to like talk about my pieces, and, like, they're just as excited as I am to like see them and hear about them. So it's been really cool. I like it.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Yeah. Cool. And Maddi, you're an artist as well. You're an illustrator. Your passion is in illustration, and so tell me about that.
Yeah. So I went to Indiana Wesleyan. I went there for their illustration program. I minored in graphic design as sort of my backup plan. I liked it enough to do it, but I didn't like it enough to have it as my whole major. That was kind of like my practical side of art. I'm a little bit more of I'm on the practical side of the illustrators. There's a wide variety of people that were in my classes.
Yeah.
So I really do enjoy graphic design, but illustration is my passion. I've been doing that. I've been drawing seriously since I was 14, so over 10 years now.
Yeah.
That's what I do every time I go home from work. It's just start drawing.
Fun. Now you're working on quite a project right now, right?
I'm writing and illustrating a graphic novel.
Wow.
And I tend to write big stories, and so it's going to take me a really long time to finish it. Yeah. But it's one page at a time, so I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. I enjoy following you on Instagram and seeing your little updates every now and then.
Yeah. There's one, hopefully the next chapter will come out on Saturday. I'm nearly done with it.
Neat. Fantastic. So what's the timeline on this?
The timeline?
Yeah.
Well, I averaged out the page numbers and did some really basic math and came out with about 5 to 8 years for it to be finished.
5 to 8 years.
So
yes.
It's a big project.
Yeah.
But at least I know what I'm doing for the next 5 to 8 years.
That's right. There you go. That's great. And you've recently completed a project for our family.
Yeah.
Too. So my daughter, Chloe, and my other daughter, Taylor, they're both really into the Spider-Verse. As a lot of 10 and 12-year-old girls are. The Spider-Verse is pretty fun and unique. There you go. Yes. Yeah. It's their illustration style is really fun. And Chloe specifically, Taylor definitely likes it as well. But Chloe is quite the artist, and it's inspiring from a dad's perspective, seeing your kids kind of get excited about something like this. She's 12 years old and draws probably 6 hours a day. It's crazy.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah. She's always carrying her notepad with her and always drawing, and it's fun seeing her progress. And I like sending pictures to show you her progress and things. But you made it something very special for Christmas for Chloe. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I got to design their own Spider-Verse characters, Chloe and Taylor both. I made their own Spider-Verse character design. I made a little reference sheet for each of them and then put them in a poster like they were part of the movie.
Oh, man, yeah. And we had the printing part down. You drew it for us, and we printed it.
Yeah.
And we got that. We made a pretty cool poster.
Yeah.
I think my kids are a little spoiled. The marketing company is their dad works at a marketing company. We can make this pretty cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So the next step is I'm making their hoodies.
I'm so excited to see that.
So your custom design of their characters is a custom Spider-Man uniform, right? Spider-Woman uniform.
Yeah.
And both of them have their favorite colors in there and custom designs. So we're going to turn that into a hoodie for them. They already know, so you don't have to tell them. If you feel like you got to keep it a secret when you see them, walking around in the community and things, that's okay. They know it's coming. But yeah, so they're pretty excited about it. So that's been fun. That's one of the things I just love about our team is that we're family, and you guys are still pretty new here, but I hope you both feel that and how much we appreciate having you both here. And it's fun, and you're very valuable to our team, and we appreciate you both. And just excited for the future. So before we move on, we want to kind of get into some more of what it is that you actually do here at Blue River Digital. But I'd like to just take a quick little break. Here at these breaks, it's we call it the Project Spotlight. Very generic, Maybe we should come up with a better name than that. But it's just our Project Spotlight. We'll show a little video, and today we're going to talk about in that Project Spotlight the 𝐷𝐞𝐞 Career Academy, and you can see some of the finished pieces we've had there. Hey guys, I'm here at the 𝐷𝐞𝐞 Career Academy, part of the 𝐷𝐞𝐞 Community School Corporation in South Whitley and Larwell, Indiana here. We had the opportunity to be part of this amazing project back in 2020. We had the opportunity to come in and help them with rebranding this old middle school and turning into really a one of a kind educational opportunity for young people. Really not found anything like it in the whole United States, to be honest. It's a pretty amazing thing that they have here. They have professional CNC machines, they have professional construction trades equipment, top-notch FFA and agricultural facilities, and culinary arts, and the list just goes on and on and on. And it just was such a blessing to be a part of this project. Clear from the very beginning, Jacqueline Kraft, one of our wonderful graphic designers, actually went to school here. And when she was at school, she actually designed the 𝐷𝐞𝐞 Career Academy logo itself. As you see on the wall here behind me now, we took that logo, we hired her as an intern, and then thankfully she came back to us after college and is now full-time with our team and sharing her talents with everybody. But it was just an amazing project to be a part of. Everything from signage and graphic design, print, apparel, digital marketing as well, website design, to even digital monitors throughout the school, throughout the hallways, just helping everybody stay connected with what's going on currently. So we just had a great time, and just like to show you a few of the clips of the projects that we were able to help with here at 𝐷𝐞𝐞 Career Academy. Welcome back to the Marketing Compass podcast. Hope you enjoyed our project spotlight on the 𝐷𝐞𝐞 Career Academy. We had a lot of fun doing that project, and like we said, it was a blessing to have that, especially at that time specifically. And can't thank 𝐷𝐞𝐞 School Corporation enough for allowing us to partner with you on that. So I want to get back at it and talk a little bit more now with this last section here about what it is that you do here at Blue River Digital. So we'll start down in the end and work our way this way. Jackie, if you just want to share a little bit about, so you're both graphic designers, but what kind of projects do you typically work on, and what do you do for us?
Yeah, so I mainly work with the owner, Wes, right now, and we do the stuff for different auction companies. So it's a lot of like promotional materials for specific auctions. So it would be like brochures, postcards, putting together like mailing lists for them, as well as being like, these are maybe the best newspapers for this type of auction that you're having. Things like that. We do Google ads So it's a wide range of things. I'd say it's kind of fast paced a lot of time because it's like, oh, the auction's next month. We need everything out today. And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
all right.
Yep.
But so it's challenging in that regard. But I would say since we work with so many different auction companies and so many different auctions, like I get a lot of variety in what I do, and like everyone has a different look. Sometimes different auctions for the same people have different looks.
Yes.
So like that's pretty exciting.
You just made a custom logo for an auction.
Yeah.
So it's big enough auction to where it calls for its own design style and hierarchy and everything. So you have to create all that for that.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of fun. And I would say, like, with the logos, a lot of time it's, like, word marks.
Sure,
so
there you go. Yep.
Just words, which is fun to kind of give it a personality. Because, like, you'd be like, oh, here's a piece of land. And you're like, what do I do with this? Like, how do I give this, like, character
its own personality.
and fun?
Yeah.
So that's, like, it's a fun challenge to come up with a personality for each auction.
Yeah. And as you know, and many of you know, that the auction industry is a very important piece of what we do here at Blue River, and it really has driven the type of work ethic that we have. And like you mentioned, a lot of times we'll get notification that there's an auction available, and they want us to help them earn that business and earn the opportunity to sell that at auction. So. Typically, that's a really quick process because as soon as that closes, their close date is, in some cases 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out is pretty normal. Very rarely do we get, 2 or 3 months to market and promote these. So what that's done is that we've built our processes around that need and made us very quick with our designs. You both know Adobe. Software inside and out, and learning new tricks all the time. In fact, later on today, Ryan is going to give our team some more training on that. So excited for that little piece. But we've always have to be constantly learning and trying to figure out new ways to do things quicker. And how well your programs really helps with that. But the auction industry has helped us figure out, how to do that quickly, and it's poured over into other industries. So, Maddi, you work with a different type of industry, mainly one customer of ours, great partner in Louisville, Kentucky. Why don't you tell me about them?
Yeah, so I work a lot with CMI, which stands for Compass Manufacturing International. They're based in Kentucky. They manufacture faucets and sinks and toilets, but mainly faucets and sinks. At least that's what I work with the most.
Yeah, plumbing supplies.
Just in general. So I spent probably about 6 months working on their price book. I work on all of their labels. Their lines they supply for Menards, and so I make a lot of Menards labels and brochures as well, and help maintain their website, adding new products. I just kind of do anything and everything for them, awesome. design wise.
Yeah. So really, for you, your design spills over into a lot of different types of marketing, also. So, Jackie, you were primarily print and ad type work, some digital pieces. Maddi, you do some digital work. You do website. You work on their website, manage their website, and update their website. Yeah. You do a lot of print, catalog pieces. You do instruction, how-to forms, and all kinds of stuff, right? Packaging. I think that's one of the most fun things that I would look at. It's fun seeing your packaging in the store. Something that, hey, you printed that and designed that. That's pretty cool.
Haven't gotten there yet, but we're hoping.
Yes. Yes. Yep. That's awesome. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So we'll stick here with Maddi. About a favorite project you've had so far.
I think the one that comes to mind first is Lee's Bugs Be Gone.
Yeah.
Just because that one was more illustration heavy, and I felt really just kind of free to go in whatever direction. I had a couple of different ideas, and the one he ended up picking was my favorite, and so I was just really excited about the colors and getting to getting to draw a little piece.
Uh-huh.
That one was a lot of fun.
He's having his first baby right now, actually.
Really?
Lee is, yes.
That's so exciting.
Yep. I talked to him this morning, and they're at the hospital, and they were praying that they were going to get an epidural soon. Okay. So they were waiting for the doctor to come in.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So, yeah, good timing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else?
Man, that's the one that comes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How
about you, Jackie? What's been your favorite project or component of a project that you've had your hands on since you've been with us?
Okay. I have been thinking all day about this.
Yeah.
And I don't have a favorite project, I think, but I do weirdly love a specific part that I didn't think I would, and that's the maps of auctions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so...
the tracks and everything?
Yeah.
Cool.
Going through, the drone footage and mapping it out and going on Google Earth and finding everything.
Right.
I didn't expect to like that, but I really do.
That's awesome.
It's a weird part of it. I also really like learning the history when people give us auctions.
Isn't that fun?
Here's our family photo of our grandparents that had this land.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a cool piece of it that I really enjoy.
Yeah, and I know you auction companies out there that are watching, you can really relate with that because an auction business isn't about selling that property. You're helping a family transition through a very challenging period of their lives a lot of times. And there's a lot of history there. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about this on other episodes about just how fun it is hearing from the owners. Wes and Ryan had the opportunity a few years ago to go to Idaho. And they went to Idaho and got to, I can't remember, it was 8 or 10,000 acres of wooded land, basically mountains, that we helped sell. And this gentleman took us out on his Ranger. I say us. It was Ryan and Wes. Took Ryan and Wes out on the Ranger so they can go out and get a drone photography captured and videography captured for marketing back here. But just sitting with him and hearing his story and telling his history and his family and all the different things that they've done there. And we just had a fantastic auction for a South Auction Company down in Georgia. That he had an opportunity to help a family transition that's been in their family for 100 years, and just the opportunity we have to capture those stories and help market that. It's sobering. It's hard because we're trying to find a high value buyer for this land, so we're marketing that. But at the same time, we have to remember that we're marketing a very delicate moment for them. So we need to do due diligence to honor that and how we market. So I'm glad you shared that. That's neat.
Yeah.
That's neat. And the map thing is cool. The map thing. The interesting thing about the maps, so. And again, this is my geek moment from previously. I'm total marketing geek, but maps are cool to me also because when you look at other auction marketing companies, you can really tell the difference by their maps and how much time they take to make that piece look really good. Because you can literally just go on Google Maps and snap a screenshot and put it on your print piece and be done. But those that take the time to do the outlines of all the tracks and that make it look nice and the different elements that you can add to it instead of just making a white or yellow or red line, you can do a lot of fun things with arrows and bullet points and things like that. So I'm glad you like that and you take the extra time to take that little piece of it and make it your own. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, awesome. How about, so you mentioned Lee's Bug Be Gone. So in the world of graphic design, we'll go back to Maddi first. What would you say your design style is?
Oh, man. Well, so what I've come up with doesn't fit Lee's Bugs Be Gone at all.
Sure.
Because I like to go slightly image based. I really like logo design. That's kind of what that's where I find my most passion in graphic design is with logo design. And I like imagery, but usually I like to abstract it quite a bit more than I did for Lee's Bugs Be Gone. So it's interesting that one's my favorite. But I really like figuring out how to represent an image or an idea in very simple shapes and incorporate that into type. So I don't know, abstract
Okay.
a little bit.
Very
This
good.
is what I've come up with.
Good. I like it. How about you, Jackie? Do you have a style?
I'm really not sure. I'm sure I do, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be,
Yeah.
honestly. I feel like it has to like change and fluctuate
It does
so
change a
much
lot,
with every
yeah.
single different like client that we have. I'd say I like a cleaner, but also I don't know. Maybe it's more. That's hard. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Depends on the day, huh?
It does.
Yes.
Yeah, and like what
I
am
like
I
it.
marketing? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great quality to have.
Yeah.
Because as we talked about in our most recent previous episode, we talked about customer service. It's how important it is to listen and deliver what the customer really is looking for. And a lot of times, a graphic design company comes in, they hear what the customer is looking for, and they design it in their own style. And that's the reason why I was asking that question, kind of leading to just a really cool point. That another one of the cool things that I like about our team is that we are blessed with a diverse group of designers. And we have the full spectrum of designing techniques and styles and imagery. And if you, and I've done it before, when we're really struggling with brainstorming an idea for a new logo design, I'll just send an email out to you all and say, I need you to put together 3 different logo options for our customer here. And they come back and they're all totally different. And that is great because that really gives us an opportunity to land on the perfect logo for our customers. So that's been a fun piece as our team continues to grow and we add in more graphic designers. And one of the things we look for is that design style when we're adding new design team members and what that looks like. So good deal. I think maybe just one last question for you. I think you guys have both been to one of our team meetings, team building days. So that's a kind of a sticker shock for a lot of people because if we get a little ornery at those fun little meetings. So what's been your favorite thing we've had so far at one of our team meetings or games or entertainment that we've had? We had our Christmas party not too long ago. That was another fun one. I don't think either of you have been part of that yet, right? You March and you were in August, September.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what do you guys think? Maddie, do you have a favorite game that we've done and played?
Oh, man. I mean, I think what sticks out to me is just the playing, I think it was a card game. Just after all of the organized.
The For Sale board game?
Yeah, that
card
one.
game?
Just
love that, For Sale. Yes.
I love card games and I love board games and I don't get to play them with a lot of my family as much as I want to. And so I really enjoy that because I don't know, it helps me get to know the people that I'm around a lot better. Sometimes I lose my filter when I'm playing games.
Oh boy, here we go.
Not that kind of filter.
No, I know what you mean.
Get a little loud sometimes.
Awesome. How about you?
I would say we were playing one where you're like blindfolded and there's like pretend like little bomb things on the grass.
Yeah.
And someone's giving you directions on how to cross this field of mines or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty entertaining.
That was entertaining, wasn't it? I remember I was just getting over being sick and I lost my voice.
Yeah,
Do you
weren't
remember that?
describing?
And I was the one describing where to go and I lost my voice. So I was trying to instruct our team how to navigate it blindfolded.
Was I on your team for that one?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. You ran Steven right into me.
I did. Yes.
It's entertaining.
I'd say my favorite was the Christmas party auction.
That was good.
Yeah. So,
That was so much fun.
yeah. So every, actually we skipped a couple years. There's been a couple years we hadn't done it, but this last year and previous years before, we'll have the Sigler kids. They'll auction off items to our team that we purchased with Monopoly money. So Wes and Amy go out and purchase a number of items, everything from the for sale game that I won.
Yeah,
this
I
year.
tried for it.
I know you did. I outbid you with my Monopoly money. And then they write fun descriptions, and Karis and Brooke and the girls auction them off to us. So they get out their auctioneer voices and their chants, and they practice up, and we bid with the Monopoly money that we have. So it gets pretty heated in there too.
Oh yeah,
It's fun. We love the auction industry, and it's fun just kind of seeing that come back to us through the fun little games that we play when we're together. So awesome. Well, I'm thankful that you guys are here. Thankful you're on our team, and excited for the future that we have together. And a lot of things happening here in 2024, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So I just want to thank you guys too for watching today and listening today. Hey, I just want to personally invite you guys to reach out to us. If you have questions, if you have projects that you're excited about and you need some help with, give us a call, and we'll be happy to brainstorm with you and help your dreams come to a reality with those. Also, for our podcast here, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to our channels, they're on all the major platforms, Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, YouTube, and of course you can always check out our website at Blue River D, D stands for digital, blueriverd.com, and find the podcast page up in the navigation there. And we have all of our videos, podcasts listed there, and links to all the platforms. And most importantly, a cool little form that you can fill out, and you can ask questions, give us topics that you'd like us to talk about for you, and then to also maybe request to sit in on a podcast. We're excited to start doing that here soon too. So thank you all, and go get them.